Hey guys, so I wanted to put my video together for my sleep apnea test. What you're about to see is 3 videos spanning over about 2 months. The first one is the night that I actually do the in-home study. The second part of the video is the morning I take it back to drop it off. And then the third part of the video, I'll share my sleep apnea CPAP machine and the results of my study. So hopefully you find it extremely exciting. So tonight's my sleep study I get to do at home. Thank goodness it's at home. I just wanted to show you what I look like with all of this stuff on. Hold on, let me turn it around. Hold on. Okay, so I have my thingy on the finger. I've got this box with all the wires coming out. I've got this thing going across my chest. I've got all these wires and stuff hanging down. And then I've got, I don't know if you can see it, I've got another thing like this down here. And then I have a sticky pad here. And then I've got another sticky pad right there. So let's hope I can keep all of this on tonight, especially this. I might add some tape on each side. I'm not used to sleeping with all this junk. So I'll let you know how it goes. See ya. Okay, so it's 8 o'clock in the morning and I'm on my way back to Miami Valley Hospital to drop off the equipment that I used for my sleep study last night. I gotta admit, I didn't sleep very well. I was awake about every hour. I hope they got enough data off of it to not make me have to do this again. I think I was paranoid about the wires all night. You know, like if I was gonna accidentally rip them off, or, you know, I tossed and turned a lot. So, like I said, I didn't get much sleep. I'm gonna go. It takes me almost an hour to get there, and then it'll take me almost an hour to get back. And then I'm gonna try to get a couple hours of sleep before I have to go to work. I'm really tired. So I just wanted to give you an update on that. Like I said, hopefully they won't make me do it again. Normally I don't get up till like 10 a.m. So, and I feel like I get my best sleep between like 7 and 10. So we'll see. So when I went to my follow-up appointments, you know, I was sure that they didn't have enough data to even determine if I had sleep apnea or not. I didn't feel like I really fell asleep that night with all the wires and everything. And she said they did get enough data off of it. They determined that I stopped breathing 19 times in an hour. How they figured that out, because I don't think I ever fell asleep for a whole hour, but so 19 times an hour, and she said that would put me in the low end of moderate towards mild sleep apnea. She said, but the fact that I have shallow breathing, that puts me just as much at risk for, you know, complications as if I had full-blown sleep apnea. She said I didn't snore once, so the fact that she didn't see that I snored at all shows me that I never truly fell asleep for very long, because I know for a fact that I snore. My husband says I snore. I've woken myself up from snoring before. So after the consultation with the, I don't know what she's called, the sleep apnea lady, they took me to another room to see another lady, and she showed me the machine, how it works. She had me try on different face masks, and the first one I truly felt like I was suffocating. I said, no, I can't do this. She said, okay, well, I've got another one that everybody loves. It's newer, and it kind of went over your mouth and then had like a part that it was like cushiony, like the air came out right here. I don't know how to explain it. And I thought, well, I kind of like that one. You know, that's not bad. So if I open my mouth, not a big deal, and I'm still getting the air. And she said, well, let's try one more. You know, that one didn't fill up my whole face. So she gave me one more, which was, you know, the one that, this one. And I put it on, and I thought, well, it's not quite as sexy as the last one. And I said, it's a good thing I'm already married, because I wouldn't be picking up anybody with this. So I put it on, I sat there, and I kept breathing, and I thought, you know, actually, I think I kind of like this one better than even the pillow one, you know, I don't know if it's pillow, I don't know what it's called. The one that went over my mouth and had air come up right here. I said, I like that one better, so this is the one we went with. And she said insurance will replace it every 6 months. Probably not free, because, you know, insurance sucks. Actually, my insurance isn't horrible. But I feel like for as much money as I give them all the time, it should be free. You know, another thing is, every time I go to see these people, I have to pay $150. Well, actually, it's $130, because I get a 20% discount for going to the same place where I work. Makes no sense. You should be half off or something. I don't know. I get to go back in December, give them another $150. Well, $130. Doesn't matter, same thing. And hopefully they won't need to see me again until, like, at least 6 months later. She did give me her phone number, said I could call her if I have any complications or if I have any questions. You know, I was really hoping I wouldn't have to have this machine. And technically, I almost wonder, really, do I need the machine if I have just slightly over mild sleep apnea? But, you know, my guess is even if I had mild sleep apnea, they'd still make me take a machine so that I could pay them more money. I almost feel like this whole sleep apnea thing is costing me more than my actual surgery, which is sad. Actually, my surgery, because I've met my deductible for the year, I don't have to pay anything. I mean, I do have to pay office visits, stuff like that for follow-up, but I haven't really had any bills yet for, you know, blood work or anything like that, so I'm hoping that's done. But, you know, either way, I'll pay it if it comes. My insurance pays 70% of this machine. It's kind of a rent-to-own. This month I get to pay $150, I think it is. Next month I pay like $23. And then starting in January, between January and next December of 2016, I get to pay $75 a month until it's my very own. Personally, I think it's a little overpriced. Yeah, it has a satellite signal in it. Tells them if I'm using it or not. And if I'm not, insurance will take it back. So, and they didn't say if I had to use it so many hours a night, or they just said if I'm not using it, they're going to take it back. So I've been trying to use it. The first night I put it on, I felt like I was suffocating. I don't think I had it on very long. And the second night I did a little bit better. I think I had it on about 4.5, 5 hours. And then I woke up at like 6 o'clock in the morning and again felt like I was suffocating. So I ripped it off and put it to the side. And then last night I actually made it almost, you know, a full night. So I did probably take it off for about the last half hour I was laying in bed. You know, I was awake anyway, so I took it off. It's a little weird when you first put it on, before you actually turn it on. When you breathe, it's kind of like it sucks to your face. That makes me feel like I can't breathe. I mean, I can still get air, but not like when you first turn it on and that air, like when you take a breath, it comes in. You know, I never had a CPAP machine before, so I was under the impression that it was just constantly pushing air, like, you know, into your nose or whatever, and it's not. It basically only, the airflow happens when you breathe in, so it's not that bad. I like that it has the little humidifier on the side. Keeps me from having dry mouth and throat in the mornings. It's easy to clean. All the stuff comes apart. She said just use mild dishwashing liquid and let it dry. Okay, so this is what the CPAP machine looks like. It's the AirSense 10 from ResMed. And as you can see, over here is the tank, which I'm trying to get the camera. I don't know if I can do it one-handed. Hold on. Okay, so it comes out, and as you can see, water goes in the bottom. I still need to empty it for today and add more. The lid just opens up and the water goes in. You snap it back closed, and then you stick it back in the machine. And then this tube is where the air comes out, and it gets attached to my headgear, which I have a full face mask because I am a mouth breather. It's just a small, and see the holes right there? Air comes out of that all night long. So there's that. And they have mine set on auto because, you know, with losing weight, they said, you know, it could change. So let's see, I can go into my sleep reports. Let's see if I can get a little closer here. Shows last night I used it for 7 hours and 53 minutes. I had a good mask seal. The humidifier was working. And then if I go into my options, I can change up like how long before the air starts to really flow before I fall asleep. Or no, that's not true. I forget what ramp time means. I think it's because it auto adjusts to what I need. I think that's what it is. I can't remember. I can change the climate control to auto, or I can change it myself. I just leave it on auto. I can change the tube temperature if I want warmer air or colder air. I'm just going to put that on auto. If I change mask, it'll let me change that. I can do a pillow. I could get a nasal, but I'll probably always have full face, like I said. I am a mouth breather. So I can run a test to see if it's fitting correctly. I can warm it up so that it's the temperature I want before I put it on. I'm not going to bother with that. I don't have time for that. So that's basically the actual machine. Up here is the on-off button. See, when I turn it on, I don't know, you can hear it. See, listen. See, right now there's air blowing out of it. And then when I get up, I just turn it back off. So now for the part that I know you guys are all waiting for, is what does it look like when it's on. So I just have to take it and put it up over my head.
And I'm sexy. And then I tighten this. And then I turn it on. And I breathe. That's it. So, look, I am your father.
So, that's it. Fun stuff. So glad to get to put that on every night. Okay, so that was the exciting thing about the whole sleep apnea study and the before and the after. So I hope you enjoyed it. I just want to say I now have over 100 subscribers. Thank you if you've subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Click that subscribe button. Bing. So other than that, I'm going to say bye for now.